Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Okay, so today we are talking about a movie called Luther. Yeah, Luther, or also known as John Luther, was played by Idris Elba. Okay, so John Luther Idris Elba, is basically a DCI of police. Then took up a case after a young boy was kidnapped. His name Callum. That was Callum. He was kidnapped after getting a call that blackmailed him and told him to meet him at a particular spot where a guy played dead and somebody that was actually dead in the car. The guy that was playing dead on the ground got up and then tased him in the rain, which basically knocked him out and got him kidnapped. So when John Luther Idris Elba took the case, that was when the kidnapper he mingled with the crowd to the scene of the crime. Then he realized that John Luther was going to be a problem. He talked to his mole. He had a mole in the police station. He talked to his mole to find out what he knows about John Luther, everything implicating, corrupting and stuff like that. And unfortunately, they found some actually on John Luther. So after being apprehended by the police, that's John Luther, he went to prison. And then in prison, he got a radio frequency, like basically got a message from the kidnapper sending him a voice note or a voice record of Callum shouting just minutes or moments before he got killed, let's put it that way. So Luther, knowing he couldn't do anything from prison, decided that, oh shit, he had to bust out. Because he needs to capture the guy. He was bringing so much pain to him, so much torment, and to other people to stop his further plans. He successfully, after hustle and bustle, he successfully got out of prison and his hunt for the kidnapper began. Long story short, he met the kidnapper, like after obtaining a burner phone from one of the kidnappers connect. He got the kidnapper at a place where he wanted to pull something diabolical. But then because he was an ex-convict, the police were on him. So they were on him and he was like watching out for himself and at the same time trying to apprehend the kidnappers. He already told them that he was going to get to the kidnapper before they kidnapped them. Smart guy. And as the police came and they were about to apprehend him, that's when the clock in the crime scene went off and people started dropping from the sky like fish, like rain. Trying to catch the kidnapper at the place of the crime scene, at the place of the scene before it started, the kidnapper kind of got away, like he held a hostage. And every life is precious to Luther actually. After people falling from the sky, like it basically caused a distraction. He ran away and Luther went after him after a series of chasing and meeting him. He finally got him in a subway. But you know what? Enough beating about the bush. Let me just get you guys off to the end part. The kidnapper, Robbie, he had a wife. He had a wife that he actually burnt. He burnt the shit out of the woman. Luckily, she was still alive and he was going there to tell his wife his plans and basically everything he wants to do, his next move and stuff. So the police, that's DCI Luther and DCI Rain, his partner. Not his partner actually, they were just working hand in hand. They figured out about the woman, Georgette, and she told them his next move. That was at Norway. So they went to Norway trying to apprehend him, but his mole back in the police already knew what they wanted to do. And he told Robbie, that's the kidnapper. This was what he wanted to do. He basically created a website, like a streaming site for people to watch other people get murdered, and they can vote the type of murder, the way they can be murdered, either being skinned alive, macheted to death, hung, burnt alive and stuff like that. So after being informed that those two, that was Luther and Rain, were coming, he decided to let him just kick off with them. So he apprehended them and he tried to turn them against each other. First of all, he chained Luther in a chair and told DCI Rain to stab him, which she did because he held a daughter hostage. Then he switched positions, he put DCI Rain in the chair and told Luther to smash her left kneecap with a hammer. There is always a turn of events. Like I said, good will always prevail. So Luther already knew that he was going to hear about them going to his wife. So he told the police to stay on his wife because he was going to send, the kidnapper, Robbie, was going to send somebody. He actually sent the mole from the police station to kill his wife. But when they got there, the police were already there. As they tried to apprehend him, he injected himself with the poison and he died. This is how the kidnapper operates. He figures out something embarrassing about you, something he can blackmail you with, be it sexual, social, anything actually, and then he makes you go to him, and then he kidnaps you, and then he murder you. Not you actually, his victims. So back to what I was saying. Kidnapper still thought he thought his wife Georgette was already dead, that guy had already done his duty, but she was still alive, and because the police kept her alive, because they saved her, she now told the police where they were going to, where they were headed. He panicked, he ran away, trying to burn all of them in the room, but Luther went after him. And long story short, Luther opened the door, freeing DC Irene and her daughter, and the police actually apprehended him. But I don't like the way that guy died. After all the evil he did, he died by drowning. Like, no, that was just crazy. He should have drowned, honestly. I wanted him massacred. He should have been macheted to pieces, and then his beats fed to wild dogs. That sounded crazy. So that about that, because he helped to apprehend the kidnapper, they actually cancelled, or they granted him amnesty and let him go free of charge. He didn't go back to jail. And then he was about to get a job offer when they ended the movie. So that means I think there is going to be a part 2. Gonna make sense. Luther 2. Dope. Anyways, that will be all for now. You guys should check out my other videos, like, subscribe, comment, and let me know how you feel. The movie, normally I'm going to give the movie 8.5/10 because I don't like the way he died. I don't like the way the kidnapper died. It was too subtle and too gentle. But anyways, that will be all for now, and I will see you guys in the next video. God bless.